my audio sounds good. So, hey y'all, it's me, Fletch, back at it again with yet another story, something that you already know, because I'm the baddest, what? The baddest trans bitch on YouTube, and that is the Periods, darling. So this story time right here takes place back in early 2022, y'all. I was working for Ally Universal still. Well, I was leaving Ally Universal and I started working for Clarion. So everybody that knows me knows that I was working for Clarion doing Clarion security. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a security company in Memphis, girl. Real simple, real easy, honey. So while I was working for them, y'all know I had the car, I was whipping it, whatever the case may be. So I was in my little daily scroll up on Plenty of Fish, bitch. And y'all know how I go, swiping left on the guys that I think are not in, swiping right on the guys that I think are the shit, okay? And I ended up swiping right on this boy. So for the sake of the story time, I'm going to call this boy Michael. So I swiped right on Michael, and of course you already know, boom, bitch, it was a match. Now, y'all, my voice may sound a little funny. It's because I had, should I tell y'all that, girl? It's because I S'd some D for the first time since I had got my tooth pulled out, and like literally since like last month, and it's been a minute. So he was a little too big for me, girl. He done fucked up my sauce. Michael had ended up texting me. Y'all already know how it goes. Hey, you know, I think you're pretty, I think you're cute, you know, what's your name, where you from, how old are you? And I'd be so confused when people be asking me that, because you literally see my profile and it has my name, my age, and where I'm located. So why are you asking me that? But maybe it's because I'm supposed to be like catfishing or whatever. But I mean, like, damn it, bitch, it's only but so much you can catfish, girl. I told him, like, you know, hey, you know, well, my name's Denise. Hello. I'm 21, because I was 21 at that time. I was 21, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. He was like, okay, cool. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, too. I'm like, okay, so what's up with you? Like, what are you up to? You know, what you got going on? How's your night? How's your day? He was just talking to me about some regular stuff. Like, not nothing too interesting. Not nothing, like, worth talking about. Because it really wasn't nothing that was important, okay? It wasn't really nothing that was important. So he ended up asking me, would I like to link up with him? I was like, sure, I don't mind linking up with you. I mean, because he was very, 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 very handsome, y'all. And I'm explaining y'all what he looked like in a second, okay? So basically, y'all, Michael was just like, okay, so what's your address? So I sent him my address, right? Excuse me. And when I sent him my address, he was like, okay, well, I have a question to ask you, and please don't be offended by me asking you this question. So I'm like, okay, like, what's the question? Like, I think he's going to ask me, oh, you know, do you have a penis down there? Do you have a vagina? Like, do you have any surgeries? Are you a strict bottom? Like, what do you do? Like, you know, I'm just thinking he's going to ask me something like that, girl, you know, and I really don't care about answering them type of questions, because that literally does not bother me. Okay, so what's the question? It couldn't be nothing bad. Like, I promise you it couldn't be nothing bad. So he was like, well, you know, I don't have a car right now, so would you mind pulling up on me instead? I was like, friend, you acting like you were afraid to ask me that? Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you acting like you scared to ask me that? Yeah, I'll pull up on you. I don't have a problem with that. Because, again, at that time, bitch, I had the room, bitch. You know, I be riding with the top down. Hey. Already know how it go, girl. I be rolling in the motherfucking deep, bitch. So I ain't never had no problem. Never had a problem going to go see no. Okay, never had a problem. As long as the man looked like he got something going on, and I mean he looked like he got something going on, then I don't mind like pulling up on you, boo. I mean, like, you could be like a celebrity in the future, and you look back and be like, yeah, I remember that one trans bitch, she pulled up on me when I ain't had my shit together, and that bitch fucked with me, so I'm gonna fuck with that hoe too. You know, like shit like that, girl. You get what I'm saying? So, child, I was like, okay, so what's your address then? And I'll come pull up on you. I really was kind of irritated because I really don't like pulling up on guys, because you want a service from me. I don't want no services from you. So you, since you're actually getting this service for free, I would think you would at least have a little bit of some type of urgency or some type of like way of transportation to get to me, since I'm providing the service. You get what I'm saying? But it was a weekday, and friend had me like weak in the knees, and I could hardly speak, and I lost all control, and something just came over me. So I had to do it, bitch. I had to take one for the team. So I just asked friend what his address was. Girlfriend sent me his address. I'm like, ooh, Y'all know this man lived over there off of Jackson? One thing about things for sure, a bitch don't play around on no Jackson, honey. So I had to make sure I packed my car up with everything I could find. Baby, I had a steak knife, a carving knife, a peeling knife, an apple knife. Girl, I had the saucepan, the boiling pan, the deep dish pan. Girl, I had the bunt pan. I had the bunt skillets, bitch. Girl, I had the cast iron, girl. Stainless steel. Girl, I had the stick resistant, bitch. I had my pocket knife, my brass knuckles, girl. I even had my dad's pistol with me. Because, baby, I'm not going to be sitting there thinking I'm cute and get knocked the fuck out. Like, girl, no, I don't play around like that. So, girl, you know, I done ran to the bathroom, got myself cute, got myself all dressed up, all dolled up, all razzle-dazzled, all that shit, right? Around this time, y'all, I had this blonde sewing in my head. It was black and blonde, y'all. This is the same sewing I had in my head when I met with, I'm gonna say his real name. What was the one name? With Wesley and, the other boy, I think I called him Cameron or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But this is when I met up around with them. This is another time that happened like a little ways after that while I still had the truck. So, girl, like, well, was it? No, it was before that when I had the truck. So, this is before then. So, girl, like, you know, I done hopped my little cute self in the car, girl. I done got to rolling around up in this little car. I got my cute little music playing, girl. I got my Tony Braxton on, Unbreak My Heart, Say You'll Love Me Again, girl. I got Miss Tamar on, girl. I'm listening to all the Braxtons, honey. It's only but two of them that are irrelevant. Well, ooh, I didn't mean to say that, girl. That came out very wrong. It's only but, anyway, whatever. I'm listening to the ones that make music, okay? And I'm just vibing out, girl. I'm in my feelings a little bit. I'm thinking about you all the way home, girl. Like, he just had me feeling like I was finna go pick up my man from jail. Like, it was just like, oh, this could be my last time living. Like, I just wanted to live it up in that damn car, girl. So, I'm driving on around, girl, and I get to his apartment complex. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So then I text his friend, I'm like, hey, you know, I'm outside. He was like, I don't see you. I'm like, how you don't see me? Like, you gave me the apartment number and everything. Then he was like, oh shit, I gave you the wrong address. So what I'm trying to figure out is, you done had me drive all the way over here on Jackson Avenue by my lonesome, as pretty as can be, and as feminine as can be, by myself. You could have told me ahead of time that you sent me the wrong address, bitch. Because between the time of me sitting right there telling you, hey, yo, I'm outside, man, what you doing? Girl, the bitch could have walked in and asked me for $40 and some food. So, girl, I was really pissed off about that. But I was like, you better be glad that you were cute. Because if your ass was butt for ugly, bitch, I would have cussed you out, blocked you, and went on about my business. So, friend sent me this other address, and now I'm kind of thinking about whose fucking house did you send me the address to? Girl, I finally get to this man's house. Girl, this man lives off of, well, used to live off of Main Street, close to Main Street. And if anybody in Memphis knows where Main Street is like close to downtown. Like, you know where the Hilton is, and then like right by the Hilton, girl, Bill Street's right around the corner. So it was these apartment complexes on Main Street. Now, I'm not going to say too much, but that's all I'm going to say on that one. So I ended up pulling up on the side, and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm outside. Where are you? So he's like, where are you at? I don't see you. I'm like, friend, I'm sitting outside the apartment complex. Like, I'm right in front of your place. Like, I'm outside. He was like, what car are you in? I'm like, I'm in a black Ford Edge. Like, I'm sitting outside waiting on you. Like, where are you at? So friend's like, you must be on the wrong side. I'm like, no, I'm on the side that you sent me to. What are you talking about? So he's like, no, I think you're on the wrong side. I'm like, how am I on the wrong side? This is the side you gave me the address to. How am I on the wrong side? So he's like, well, there's another side of the apartment complex. You can go inside this gate. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no gate over here. Like, first of all, to make things very frank about this apartment complex, it was very snooty, okay? Them bitches don't play no trespassing shit. So when I pulled up, you got these apartments up in the front, borderline and the other apartments on the side, girl. Then in between those, like, you see these little gates, like in between like the houses, girl. So okay, hold on, how am I gonna do this? Okay, so this is the house, right? This is the house right here, and this is the house right here, right? Okay, so these two are houses. In between these houses, like behind them, this red cone, this is a fence. So the houses are like in front of a fence. So I'm like, how in the hell am I supposed to get around there and go into that apartment complex driveway when there's fences that are blocking off entrance to those. So I got out the car, girl. I done walked around, girl. I'm trying to figure out, like, where the fuck am I? How am I going to get up in here? I walked to one gate, girl. The gate doesn't open. I'm like, okay, so I walk all the way around up on the opposite side, girl. I'm looking around like, girl, there's literally no other entrance. So me, I run, I jump back in the car, girl. And as I'm sitting there, I'm texting the man. I'm like, hey, you know, like, there's no way to get inside this apartment complex. He's like, yes, there is. There's another way all the way around the back. I'm like, around the back, bitch? What do you mean around the back? I pay attention, okay? So I happened to see in my rearview mirror somebody walking up to the car in all black, bitch. So you know me, I leaned over real quick and I locked them doors, girl. My windows was rolled up, honey. I had my foot on that brake just in case I had to yeet that bitch forward, honey. I'm not playing no games, so the bitch won't get me. So the person's walking up to the car, but as they're walking up, I'm like, oh, isn't this, hey, don't you see me? I'm sitting in the car. You walk clean past me. He was like, I didn't walk past you. So I'm like, well, damn, bitch, I thought that was him. So now, girl, I done got in the car, girl. I done cranked it up, did this illegal ass U-turn, girl. Then went all the way back around, girl. And then I finally find the entrance to get into the apartment complex. So I roll up in there, girl, and I park. As I park, I'm like, okay, so I'm inside the parking lot. Where are you at? Because I'm sitting outside. I got my high beams on. Mind you, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. He's like, I'm outside. Where are you? I'm like, friend, I'm sitting, like, directly across from the apartment complex, like, inside the parking lot, directly across. I got my high beams on, and I'm in the black forward edge. Bitch, like, how many times I got to say this? So then I see him walking out from wherever he was inside the apartment complex, and he walks like and stands like right in the middle of the walkway, and he's looking around. I'm like, is this man blind? Like, do you have cataracts or some shit? Like, do you not see these bright ass fog lights in your fucking face? Like, girl, deer can see these bright ass lights, and somehow you can't. I can't even honk my horn because the horn in my dad's truck did not work. So I just started flickering my damn lights and stuff, right? So then he looked up and he was like, oh, okay, there you go. So a friend walks on over there to the car, girl, and then he gets in. Now, let me explain to y'all what Michael looks like. Because I know y'all like, oh my God, can you tell me what he looked like? Bitch, I'm finna tell you, girl, shut the fuck up. Hold on. Michael was this, girl, you know, I have a thing for tall dudes, but Michael was about like 5'4". Michael was 5'4". I'm 5'5" for reference. So he's shorter than me. He was like 5'4". He has like this really like pretty like sandy brown hair that he had like locked into these little stitch braid, like lock things, like straight back little lock braid things, cornrow, whatever the hell them things are called. Girl, you know what I'm talking about. I'll put a picture of what they look like in here. So he had that type of hairstyle in. His eyes were like this really beautiful, like caramel, like brown hazel color, and the hair on his face matched the hair on his head, which is like obvious. I mean, well, not I've seen people. Well, anyway, that's not important. So, you know, I was like, damn, this man is really handsome. Short as fuck, but he's really handsome. So, girl, like, you know, if y'all hear some boom, 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 boom in the background, girl, my window is open. And on top of that, y'all, I have this, it's this club that had just been open for Hispanic people up the street and around the corner, like it's right by our house. So they be having a ball until like 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So, yeah. Hopefully I don't hear it. If y'all do hear it, I'm sorry. But I can't tell them, like, stop your music. Like, no. Buy the Escal emoji card. Like, I can't do all that shit, girl. It's just not going to happen. I am not the type to shit on short guys because I've met a lot of short guys who have some pretty nice pieces, bitch, if you get what I'm saying, girl. So, I'm like, where are we supposed to be going? Because you can't come back to my house. And I didn't say it like that, you know, because that's very bitchy. But I didn't say it like that. But I was like, where are we supposed to be going? Because I can't let you come back to my house because my people, they're still awake. He was like, well, you know, we can go around the corner to these other apartment complexes because I know it's a little place back there where it's abandoned, where, like, nobody going to be, like, looking to see where I am. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, what do you mean where you are? We driving on around, girl. I'm looking around in this little area, girl. It's all creepy. Like, it's just really, like, weird. It's really weird. So we find this little spot, girl, and we pull up on around this spot, girl, and we sit in the car. We park. He done already like started smoking a little bit, girl. I wasn't smoking no blunts or nothing like that. So I would think I was a little drunk at that time. Maybe I was a little drunk, was I? I think I was just a little drunk. I was just a little drunk, but he was smoking his little blunt and whatnot. So he asked me that I want to smoke some. I was like, nah, not this time. So, girl, also, it was high outside. And my car didn't have any air. We was in there like kind of slick burning up though, girl. So I'm sitting up in there, I'm talking to him, you know, we talk, you know, getting to know each other, asking each other questions. So as friend is talking to me, he like starts fiddling around in his pants, bitch. And I'm like, friend, what you doing? So girlfriend pulls out this damn, like, I don't know what the hell this damn type of gun is called. Bitch, I don't want to call it no Glock or no shit like that. But he pulled out this damn gun. And it had like the extended clip to it. And I know it wasn't no pistol. Because I know what a pistol looked like. It was like tan. But it was like in the shape of a pistol. But it was like small. Like, I don't know how to explain it, girl. Like, but it had an extended clip to it. So that kind of like threw me for a second. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is this? Mind you, not only did he have one, that nigga had two. So he had two of these damn things in his pants pocket. So I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him again. And I look him up and down, and he's looking at me like, what, bitch? I'm looking at him like, the fuck is that? So their friend's like, oh, you know, I just keep my guns on me because, you know, I got robbed before. I'm like, oh, girl, it's one of these type of dudes, girl. And I kind of hate them on my guys like that because your paranoia is going to cause you to have psychosis. And you're not going to flip your script and be like, oh my gosh, this bitch trying to set me up and then shoot my ass the fuck up and steal my damn car. Girl, you need to calm down. So I told friend, like, well, where you going to put those at? Because I don't have anything you can put that in. He was like, well, I put them on the side. I'm like, okay, cool. So he put them on the side inside the door. So then friend's like, hey, you want to get in the back seat? And I was like, shit, I don't mind. Because you already know what it gives you to get in the back seat, girl. So, honey, we go ahead on and we get into that back seat, girl. And friends like, do you mind if I kiss you? I was like, nah, I don't mind if you kiss me. So then, girl, me and friends started lip locking. Honey, you already know how the thing goes. Honey, I don't have to get too much into all of that. So that night, we really didn't do too much of anything. We just kissed each other. And then, like, honey, he told me to spin around, girl. And I spun around, honey. I got on them all fours. And friend munched on my booty like it was his last meal. And friend had, like, this, like, suction type feel in his mouth. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, it felt like, girl, like, all I know is friend could eat some ass, honey. He definitely could eat some ass, girl. So he was asking me questions about myself, like, what do I like and everything like that, and like, what am I into, and like, what's my position, and I told him the things that I like in my position. He was like, oh, I'm not into that shit, I'm a full top, blah, 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 whatever, didn't care. So, fast forward, right? We're gonna fast forward. So, it was around, I remember this day like it was yesterday, girl. It was October the 15th of 2023. So a lot of things happened on that day. And it's a lot of things that I will never tell y'all that happened on that day. But it was a lot that happened on that day. So, you know, I'm sitting in the house, girl. You know, I'm working at Home Depot now, obviously. And, you know, I'm bored. You know, I done got my little liquor at work. You know, I done chugged my little I done chugged my little cans and my little Four Locos, girl. My little Club Tails, bitch. So I'm feeling real nice, feeling real sassy, real spunky, real funky, real honey, girl. So, you know, I'm like, damn, like, I'm bored as fuck in this damn house. Like, it ain't nothing to do. Like, you know, at this point in time, I already had shot some content with somebody. So I'm really, like, starting to be amped up and feel myself a little bit. So I'm like, you know, I hit him up. I'm like, friend, how you been? Because, mind you, let me fill in a gap real quick because I done skipped like a whole year. In between that time, Fred had ended up going ghost because, you know, telling me that he had a baby mother and he had kids, right? So I was trying to tell friend how, oh, you know, girl, it's a whole bunch. I'm not going to get into all that stuff, girl, but just know I was trying to get him to turn over a new leaf because people just don't know how good life is until they don't live anymore. So I was trying to get him to turn over a new leaf and to do better, but he just was not listening to me, and it was just a whole bunch of everything going on, girl. But I'm going to get into some more stuff in a second. So, you know, friend ended up, like, texting me back, like, you know, I've been good, how you been? I'm like, friend, I've been doing all right. You know, I see you responded. I'm glad you're not, you know, being a ghost no more. He was like, nah, I didn't ghost you. It wasn't like that. I promise you it wasn't like that. There was a lot of shit going on. And I'm thinking in my head, like, a lot of shit, like, what, you dealing with your baby mama drama? Like, I mean, the fuck you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, a lot of shit like what? Not that I care, but me, I'm big on closure. And if you're going to sit here and ghost me and then you're going to come back into my life and speak to me, I need to know why the hell you did what you did. I'm not going to rest until I get my fucking answers. If you don't want me to ask you why you ghosted me, stay underground, bitch. Don't try to resurrect your damn self, bitch, and come over here and haunt me. If you don't want me to ask you questions, bitch. call me a human Ouija board because I'm gonna ask the spirits what I want to know. I done to ask friend like, okay, so what happened? Like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? So, girl, friend started spilling the beans, bitch. So, this is something I'm gonna tell y'all, and y'all are my friends, and I really trust my friends. Y'all are my new friends. Y'all like my family. So I will hope y'all don't go and tell my secret or, you know, tell my business because it's gonna make you like a fake ass bitch, okay? So, friend had told me, come close to the screen, girl. Friend told me that allegedly, he somebody and he was on the run. Hey y'all, it's Ed in Flesh. I just wanted to come in here and clear this up really quick. So, that blank out part could mean so many things, and I don't need anybody like thinking that I would mess with somebody who aids someone. So that blank did not mean that, y'all. If you look in between the lines or read in between the lines, honey, allegedly, I was informed allegedly that friend may have snatched somebody's soul. And I don't mean sexually. Allegedly now. Friend is literally texting me all of this, y'all. And I will put the messages in here, but I'm not that type of bitch. Because people can trace shit back. And no. Friend is telling me all this shit, right? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Friend telling me how his baby mama, she done stopped fucking with him. How his mama kicked him out and he was homeless, girl. Like, it was just so much going on with that damn man. I'm like, damn, life is really whooping your ass, dude. It's really whooping your ass. So, girl, like, I'm like, damn, friend, like, that sucks. Like, that sucks. So we kind of like catching up and telling about like my life, things that have happened, dealing with me, and a whole bunch of other things, right? So then friend was like, well, you know, I miss you, Denise. I'm like, friend, I miss you too. He was like, well, can I come see you tonight? I was like, well, if you can pull up on me, you can. He was like, okay, cool. Like, what's your addy? So I see him my address, and then friend was like, okay, I'll be on the way in like 20, 25 minutes. Around this time, now he was living somewhere, and I ain't gonna tell you where, bitch, because you know, of course, I'm not going to jail for doxing a bitch. So friend, he done drove his little 20 minutes over here, right? Around this time, y'all, I had this closure quick weave. No, I didn't. No, I did not. My hair was dyed blonde, and I had straightened it, bitch. I'm sitting in the house, girl. I'm just waiting on him, honey. I had this cute little, like, house dress on, girl. So I'm like, damn, like, I can't believe friend went through all that stuff. So friend pops up over here. Around this time, y'all, I was buying my Mary Jane, my devil's lettuce, honey, and my little Caesar salads, whatever the case may be. And I was buying it from this girl I used to work with at Home Depot, girl. I ain't gonna say her name, but I used to buy it from her, girl. And at a point, I used to think that this girl was like scamming me in a sense. Because how the fuck it go from $90 to $115? Cash App don't take them many taxes, bitch. I'm sitting here, I got my little pack with me, girl. So I just smoke my little cute blunts. You know, it was just a good feeling. It's cool, it's cold outside. So, you know, folks got little cute sweatpants on, the sweater weather. It's just making you feel like you want to cuddle with a nigga. Girl, around this time I had my little Christmas lights on, bitch. Like, it was just such a good vibe. So, y'all, he pulls on up, honey, in his car. I'm not gonna tell y'all what type of car, girl. Because, again, like what I just mentioned, again. So he pulled up in this little car, girl, and then he's like, I'm here. I'm like, okay, cool. So I walk to the door, go open up the door and whatnot, honey. So y'all know how I be. I be trying to do the little spin around thing so I can see the front and the back, girl. So a friend walks on in. He had on this blue shirt that had these little spider like webs on it, honey. He had on these little stonewashed jeans and these little Jordans, girl. And then his hair was like in these locks, but they was like down in his face. So I already knew how man looked like before, but with that lock over, like locks over your face and over your eyes, I can't see you. Like, it just made him look so much more mysterious, and it just made him look so sexy to me. Now, first of all, well, we'll get into that later, okay? So, friend walks on in, honey. You know, I'm trying to do a little spin around to see what I can see at the back, girl. You know, couldn't see nothing, you know, couldn't see anything. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit. But I didn't really give a fuck because, honey, I wanted to see what that meat felt like inside of me. Walking on in behind him. Like I said, I'm drunk, girl. I'm feeling it. I'm a little high too, girl. The crossfade is crossfading like I always say. And he comes in, he sits on my bed. I got my little music playing. I got my Janae Aiko on. A Blue Dream that came on. Honey, I was in here just vibing out, girl. Like, my speaker was loud, girl. It was just a vibe, honey. So, I'm laying on the bed, girl. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. So friend's like, what's up? What you trying to do? I'm like, friend, you already know what I'm trying to do. So then I grab friend and I like spin him like around, like not spin him around where his butt facing me, but I spin him around and I like kind of like push him back on the bed, girl. So then I get to unbuckling his pants. I just started kissing on his little stomach one night, girl. And friend was muscular. Friend wasn't no loud moaner or anything like that. He was real like quiet, but I could still hear him. And those type of moaners that I like, especially when I'm sneaking somebody in, like I don't need nobody's gonna be over here. You're not like fusing with nobody. Like, why are you doing all that? Bitches is not Dragon Ball Z. Calm down. Like, you know, I get to giving him his little bop bop, girl. Like, mind you, I didn't even tell y'all. For a friend to be short, and he was kind of slim, but he wasn't like slim, but he was kind of slim. For a friend to be short and slim like that, when I tell y'all that man was huge. Like huge, like it was so, like that was probably the first penis that I had ever been like intimidated by, because it was so like beautiful and pretty. Like he was like caramel tone and it just matched. Like he had these big ass balls, girl, and this big ass dick. Like it looked like a fucking Snickers bar. Like it was just so thick and veiny and like voluptuous. He's holding my head, girl. He's rolling his eyes back. Oh, again, I had my hair silked out, okay? Bitch, you thought I was Caucasian. From his hands to my hair, girl. Then he started gripping my hair. That was my first time I had ever experienced somebody like pulling my hair. It kind of pissed me off at first because me, I'm very big on that. Like my natural hair, don't touch that. Weave, I don't really give a fuck because I can just wash it and flat iron it anyway. But my real hair, don't touch that. Do not touch that unless you're gonna fix it. Don't touch my hair. I kind of like move my head out the way. He was like, oh shit, my bad. I'm like, nah, friend, you good. Because like, I don't want to turn you off because, you know, that's a kink of yours, but I don't want you touching my hair. So, girl, like, I'm handling him like I always say, girl, this spit going everywhere, girl. You already know how it gives sloppy motherfucking toppy, bitch. So, girl, friends like,
so, like, you trying to give?
I was like, hell yeah, I'm trying to give. What do you mean? So around this time, y'all, I had just recently went to the sex store up the street, and I had got me this lube that was like a numbing lube, and I got this other lube that was like supposed to be like, cause I be asking them for I shouldn't really say this, but I be asking them for. They call it poppers, y'all, but it's called Rush. It's really like battery cleaner, slick ammonia mixed together. And what that does is poppers, they like help you like relax and helps you loosen up your sphincter muscle. So when you taking the, you know, the stick, it goes in easier. You're not like, you know, clenching up or tensing up. It helps you relax your muscles, right? So when I was up there, I asked the guy up there, I was like, do y'all have any poppers or like any Rush? And they was like, no, you know, we don't have that, but we do have this other stuff. It was like this little like flavored like strawberry numbing cream, right? So I was like, He was like, it kind of works the same way as the other stuff does. So I was like, okay, well, cool. First of all, how the fuck would you know that? But I was like, okay, cool. You know, you work in the store. You, I'm sure, know about the product. So yeah, I'll take your word for it. Okay. So I done spun my little cute stuff around. Of course, you already know, baby, a bitch was douched out. I wasn't wasting no time. I wasn't playing no games because that was a dick that I wanted to take. So, girl, like, I done got my little stuff in doggy style. Oh, girl, when I say it was a fight trying to get that up in me. Like, y'all, when he started pushing in, like, it felt like my asshole was, like, tearing open. Like, it felt like he was shoving a whole raccoon up my ass. Like, it just felt like, oh my God. Like, sorry, guy, but, like, gosh, to explain to y'all what it felt like having sex for the first time all over again. And everybody out here knows what it feels like if you partake in like the anal or the vaginal. You know what it feels like to have sex for the first time. That is probably one of the most painful things in the world. So I'm feeling it, girl. I'm just like, ooh, honey, I had to snatch that thing up out of me real quick because, friend, like it was, hey, girl, it hurt so bad it started aching. That's how like big and wide this man was. And I mean, he was wide from the tip down all the way down the shaft to the base. That man was wide. He was about like, he was this wide. Literally, this wide. This wide. He wasn't this long. He was this wide. But he was this long. Half of this. He was about like right here. As wide as that glue bottle and this long. So, y'all know, if y'all don't know, I don't really take a lot of like that. I naturally just give a little bop and that's it. So that was, that was a doozy. So, girl, we finally like found a way to get it on in, girl. He's pushing. And it's like, it felt like it just felt like a pop. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just felt like if a rubber band was to pop you on your arm, like, it just felt like a pop. And then I just went on in, girl. So I'm like, oh my gosh, friend, just popped my cherry. Oh my goodness. Well, girl, no, like, that's not the damn case. Don't fucking move. Don't move. So, girl, he's like, all right. So he's sitting there, girl. The numbing cream's starting to take effects. Like, I'm like, okay, girl. Like, I'm feeling it. Like, the vibes are vibing. Like, I'm rolling with the punches. I'm taking my slow, deep breaths. I'm finding my zen. Y'all already know how that goes. So then, like, friend gets to, like, slowly grind. Oh, hold on. Let me stop this because it's doing something. Hopefully my audio sounds good on this half. So he gets to slowly grinding himself in, girl. Like, he's taking it real slow. He's being very gentle with me. And that's one thing that I really enjoyed is that he was very gentle. Like, he wasn't rough with me at all. So, friend, he's, like, grinding all up in me and whatnot. Girl, he's going very, very, very slow. He's asking me, like, are you okay? Like, does it hurt? Do you need me to pull it out? I'm just like, why are you so nice to me? Why are you so nice to me? Next thing I know, honey, Fran started hitting me like a jackrabbit, girl. I mean, Fran was, like, going a million miles a minute. Like, I mean, Fran was digging in my shit, bitch. Like, I mean, like, I never in my life, girl, like, he had some great dick. Like, and not only was it big, he knew how to use it. So, girl, I mean, like, Fran got me a doggy style, girl. I'm throwing it back on him, girl. Like, he's thrusting on up in me, girl. He'll grab me by my little folds, because, you know, I'm a thick bitch. So, you know, you got the little folds right there where your booty cheeks are, girl. So he grabbed my little folds, girl. He pulled me back when I started running. He like,
what you running for? Take this shit.
I'm like, oh, I will. So, girl, like, I get to throwing it back on him, girl. Like, Fran rolling his eyes in the back of his head, girl. He looking up at the ceiling, girl. It was just a vibe, girl. I mean, like, Fran was destroying me. Like, I mean, like, girl, I done fucked around and called this man daddy, honey. I ain't never called nobody no motherfucking daddy, bitch. I only got one dad. And if you fucking on your father, bitch, that is so incestuous. I'm just like, girl, what's going on, bitch? Are you catching feelings? What's going on with you? Fran is literally fucking my lights out. Like, girl, he got me in this bed, like, coming so hard on his dick, girl. Like, and he's like, ooh, this shit coming on me. Keep coming on me. I'm like, Fran, like, he told me to push this shit out on him. Like, not literal shit, but, like, push my hole out on him. And basically what that does is, like, when you push the booty hole out, girl, when you're douched, it, like, opens it up more and it helps the dick go deeper. Girl, like, I could feel that man in my thoughts, bitch. Like, I'm thinking about marriage at this point. I'm thinking about I could be the stepmother to his kids. Like, girl, like, fuck that baby mama, honey. Like, I could be the new mama. Like, girl, it was just so much going through my head at that time. Like, Fran was, like, fucking me like he loved me, girl. So then, like, we done flipped on over, girl. He done told me to lay on my stomach. I done laid on my stomach, girl. He gets to hitting me, girl. That's called the flat iron, I think, honey. Fran is beating my back in. This little flat ironing board, whatever the fuck they call that position, girl. And I mean, you could just hear, like, girl, like, you could hear it sounded like a wet, like, like a wet sink, like somebody was just playing in the water with their fingers, girl, just like a little, oh, it just sounded like, oh my goodness, it sounded like heaven, honey. What I be saying, bitch? Macaroni in a pot, that's on wet. Like, girlfriend was on my spot, bitch. Girl, like, I'm over there just moaning so loud, like, girl, he done had me crank my leg up, girl. And I mean, we sitting in, like, I'm laying in the bed, girl. He done put my leg all the way up, girl. Like, my whole leg was damn near touching the floor. I'm like, I ain't never did no shit like this before, honey. My head was hanging off the bed. Like, friend was in me, girl. Like, he was in me. Like, have you ever, like, had sex with somebody and they fuck you so good, like, that you're, like, you know, you start feeling real tingly in the area that they fucking you in, girl? Like, it was like, honey, noisy, creamy, honey, like wet, sloppy, girl. It was just. So after a while, Frank ended up like busting his nut or whatever, girl. He busted on my face, and basically, y'all, that was pretty much it. After that, that was pretty much it. So I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but whatever I title this video, it'll make sense. So that was basically how I met Michael. And then, as y'all can see, that's why I named him Michael, like after Michael Myers, because, okay, did you get it now? Maybe, you know, maybe you didn't get it, I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching this story time. If you guys enjoyed this story time, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for videos like this one. And I promise you guys, I'll be back at it again with yet another story time, as you guys should already know. Now I'm gonna get off this camera, drink me some water, eat me an orange, wrap my hair up, and go to sleep. Bye, bad bitches.